What's up, everybody? Hope your week is going well. This is Nerd Cave Plus. This is the first ever episode of Nerd Cave Plus.
Yes.
My name is Zach Dykes, and I'm joined along with
Allie.
This show is going to be covering all the video game news. This is for January 23rd, 2018.
Yes.
Epitene.
Indeed.
So let's get into it. How the show is going to work, everybody. We're going to be talking about all the nerdy news that you need to know that's dealing with video games twice weekly. Once on Tuesday and once on Thursday.
Yes.
Each and every week, live for everyone to watch. Now, you can go over to nerdcavenetwork.com/nerdcaveplus. Put in your questions. Put in your comments about the show.
Questions, I hit the
Keep
mic.
us honest and correct by giving us our corrections.
Do it.
Okay? And if you have a suggestion for a segment, let us know there.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into it. Today has been an awesome day for video games.
Indeed it has. Before you get into your news, I can just say it really
Yeah,
quickly.
yeah, go ahead.
And then we can just
No,
go
let's
into
talk
stuff.
about it. Let's talk about it.
Overwatch had an update. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of new skins. Blizzard World came out. Okay, that's it.
No, you go into it. Tell us what we got going on here.
Blizzard World is a really cool map. It's essentially like Blizzard made like a Disney World for Blizzard in Overwatch.
Okay,
So
so when you said Blizzard World early, I thought you were just like making a joke.
No. Like if the map is called Blizzard World, it's like a legit theme park in the game.
Okay.
And so like they have parts from like Diablo, StarCraft, Heroes of the Storm, Hearthstone, World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And a lot of World of Warcraft actually. And
I
it's
would
just
figure there would be a lot of WoW in there since that's
like
the
Yeah.
main bulk of what Blizzard is. Did you say Diablo's in there as well?
yeah, there's a little bit
Okay.
of Diablo. There's like a giant ride. I think it's one of those like shoot up tower rides, but like it's based on like there's a I don't know that much about Diablo, but there's one. It's kind of like a white and gold like holy looking armor almost, and he has this like giant sword, and I think it's based off that. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really cool. Like I was walking around earlier and like I felt almost as like giddy and like a little kid as I did the first time I walked into like the Harry Potter section of Universal Studios. I was like, oh my gosh, this is here too. And then they released a bunch of new skins, some emotes, some sprays, and all that stuff. One of them was they gave Diva like a black cat skin. So like she has like blonde pigtails and she's wearing a very like anime girl-esque like black dress, and she's got like cat ears on. It's actually really cute.
Okay.
And they gave Lucio a skin that's actually I don't know if this, I'm assuming this was intentional, but I think it's supposed to be kind of reminiscent of his original concept art, which was a little bit, it had I don't want to say necessarily like a darker theme,
Yeah.
but like, and also just the designs are very similar.
Now I know I saw, and this is the one that has the robot, right? The robot, like your hat and your hoodie and all of that is based on that character.
Yes.
I saw hers. Looked pretty cool.
Yeah,
She doesn't
yeah.
look like anything.
No,
like
she
her
looks
old self.
totally different because like they released a bunch of new sprays, and then there were some new sprays that people hadn't seen yet. Well, they were mixing with sprays that we had seen, and Divas was one of them. And everyone, but like as they kept releasing more sprays, or more skins, they were like, oh well, that skin matches this spray, and they're like, wait, Diva's gonna get that skin, and then Blizzard was like, you guys were right, she got the skin. Everyone was like, oh my god.
Yeah, and it looks totally different. And I love that Overwatch is continually putting new stuff out for people,
Yes.
and it keeps bringing people back in, and they're not having to pay for it.
Yes.
And that's awesome. You
Oh,
know, I hate microtransactions, but Overwatch is doing the games as service model really well, and a lot of people are trying to mimic it but are doing
They're doing it
poor
they're
at
doing it
job.
very poorly. And also Blizzard they know how to keep people in tune with their games. Like how do people keep coming back?
Well, and you could they definitely can, because they've had a long time to try to figure that out.
Yes, they have, and the games that they do have, like even if they're not necessarily as big in America, they're really big in other countries. Like StarCraft is huge in Korea. So like, you know, stuff like that. And then of course there's the Overwatch League going on right now. I'm trying to keep up with it. You know.
Team Nerd Cave is doing awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. I think right now Soul is in the lead, which is good because those are the skins. I got 3 skins for that because you can get 2 for free, and then I bought one because I was like, whatever.
You fell into the trap.
It's my money, whatever.
Poor unfortunate soul.
It's not the first time. It's not the last time. But just the thing with microtransactions, because each skin is $5 for the Overwatch League stuff. And at first, I was outraged. I was like, "That is insane!" But there's this podcast that it's a brand new podcast. Like they only have 2 episodes now.
This is a brand new podcast.
This is a brand new
This is
podcast.
going to be on podcast services as well.
But they talk strictly about Overwatch, and they were saying, at first it's like, yeah, that's ridiculous. But when you think about it, you're buying like a jersey for a professional sports league, like a professional sports team.
Yeah, I could see that. And jerseys are actually
really
expensive.
so when they put it in that light, I was like, you know what, $5, and again, you don't have to buy it if you don't want to. So I was like, I'm not gonna I only bought one just because why not? But I was like, I probably won't buy anymore. But when I saw it in that light, I was like, okay, that makes sense. That's more reasonable.
Now, is it one jersey per team or is it like
per character?
Per character.
Yes. So there's 12. Yeah. Someone did the math. It's like almost $1,200 to buy all of them.
Jeez. And for people that really want everything in the game,
if they want to spend that money, they go ahead and spend it.
I know. I can see both sides of that one. But that's a lot. But
it is a lot. And part of because Florida has a team, Florida Mayhem.
Yeah.
But their skins look like McDonald's workers. Like that. If I showed you a picture of it, you'd be like, yeah, that looks like McDonald's.
I was picturing like orange and blue, but
No, actually, I think. Well, no. That's blue and yellow is London. But Seoul it's like all black with gold accents. It's really, really cool.
I bet that is cool looking.
So I got Mercy's, Divas, and Maze.
So is it 5 for all of those?
It's 5 per skin.
So I'm trying to understand here.
So I want to buy so if I wanted to buy Mercy's because each team
Soul skin.
Yeah, Mercy's Soul skin, that is $5.
So if you wanted to buy
you have to buy the credits, and then each skin is $100. Excuse me, each skin is 100 credits, and you get 100 credits for $5.
Okay, so each character you're having to spend 100 credits.
But
on.
You can get 2 for free. So everyone automatically got 1 for free. And then if you signed up for the Overwatch League newsletter, then you got another 1 for free.
Okay.
And so then I just bought the last one.
Okay.
So whatever.
So I was trying to figure that out because
that's
because you named off 3, but then you're like, I only paid for.
Well, it's like
1.
Everyone got 1 for free. You could get a second one for free, and then if you want any more, you got to buy it.
So along with the map and the skins, have they introduced any new modes? With this update, or is it just the skins and the map?
No, they only did the map and cosmetic updates.
Okay.
Because there's new emotes. I think there's some new highlight intros. Ana has a really cool one where it's people shooting at her and she's dodging and stuff. It's really cool. I really want it. But yeah, it was just cosmetic and then the map. But the map is just so much fun. I went to go make my own custom game so I could just explore it for myself. Yeah. And the first thing I saw pop up there was chill, no kill, only explore Blizzard World. So people make that so everyone's just even we were playing a match, which I got to play the game the first time I played it, so thank you.
That's good.
It was Diva. It was whatever. I've had better, but even though we were all still fighting, everyone was waving because everyone was just so excited to be on that map. So
yeah. Well, it's good to see the community really wanted to explore it and everything. So.
Because we've been waiting for this for a while. I can't remember when they first announced they were making this, but it's been a while coming.
They have these seasonal contents and everything, and then they do these bigger things that are around.
The Lunar New Year is probably going to start in the next week or so.
Man, they're doing it right.
They do.
I have to admit, even if the microtransactions and all that, they're doing it right.
Anyway, I just wanted to talk about that really quick.
I like it. Speaking of another game that just seems to keep doing stuff right. PUBG's dev is donating up to $2 million to gaming charities.
Wow.
PlayerUnknown Battleground developer PUBG Corp plans to donate up to $2 million to video game related charities this year. The studio announced today the $2 million would be pulled from sales of PUBG's 2017 Gamescom Invitational Crates, which contains exclusive cosmetic items. The news follows PUBG's Corp's $100,000 donation to the Twitch PUBG Winter Charity Invitational held in December 2017. In 2018, $300,000 will go towards the PUBG Extra Life Charity Marathon, which will be held from January 29th through February 2nd in support of the Children's Miracle Network hospitals.
That's awesome.
That's awesome to see this huge company giving back. You don't see like PUBG is sold gangbusters.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But it's still a smaller company compared
is, yes.
to like the triple A's that
Yeah.
we've got around here. And I'm sure they have done, charitable work and
Oh
everything.
sure.
But for them to have such an amazing 2017 and give back.
Yeah, then like immediately turn around. If I understood it correctly, it's like it was from essentially like their version of like loot boxes, the money they got from that.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool to see. So it's like, hey, all that money you spent on like what would essentially be worthless in the real world.
Yeah.
Look, like it actually went to go do something good. So I think that was a really smart move on their part.
And for them to be starting Extra Life in January, where
Yeah.
most people wait all the way till November to do it, like you could do it any time. In
Yeah,
the year
it's
and
just kind of
everything.
like people just tend to do it around that time.
Yeah, but everybody like they're starting in January, which is awesome. They're starting off the year right.
yeah, no, it's whatever their motivations behind it, I don't care. But that they're doing a lot of good with that, so that's really good for them.
Yeah, I like that. Good job, PUBG. Now for all the Pokemon Go fans out there, the ones that are still playing, still carrying the torch.
Occasionally, if I'm like really bored in a place, I'll pull it out because like I miss the little creatures, but it just whatever.
Yeah,
Eh.
it's like that Animal Crossing pocket thing. I played it for 2 minutes and stopped.
I loved it for the first like month. I
Yeah.
haven't played it in like a week or so.
Yeah, that's just. I don't play
It-
phone games that often.
I don't either. Like it was really fun, but then just it's one of the things that's like once you put it down because you get distracted by something else, you'll just forget to pick it back up.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. But back to Pokemon Go, 23 new Generation 3 Pokemon arrive today. More Pokemon originally from Ruby and Sapphire will begin to appear soon. Niantic has announced that more new Generation 3 Pokemon are coming to Pokemon Go today. As announced on Pokemon Go's official site, 23 new Pokemon from the Hoenn region, originally from Pokemon blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Niantic didn't reveal specific Pokemon, but an image accompanying the
Sniffy.
announcement included Camerupt, Aron, Cassina, Flygon, Aggron, Solrock,
I forgot how much I love Pokemon names.
Lunaton, Trapinch, and Wishmore. So you can
I'm
see
sorry, what did you call me?
all of those things that I don't. I stopped playing after Crystal.
The first one I played was Gold.
Gold was so good. Gold
Gold
and
was
Silver
great.
were so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Those are really good.
those are awesome.
Mhm.
It goes back to like Pokemon Go is a games for service as well. Like you can
Yeah,
buy
absolutely.
stuff and everything, but they keep putting stuff out.
Mhm.
There are diehard people.
Yeah, like if I was a more diehard Pokemon fan, like I love Pokemon, but I'm not super diehard about it, I would probably still be playing it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now I know Robbie and Holly met through
Yeah,
Pokemon Go,
yeah.
so like that's a special place in their
Yeah,
heart, and
absolutely, yeah.
they'll go every
That-
now and then and actually go
And
to
like that
Pokemon
makes
Hunt.
sense. It's cute.
Yeah, bunch of nerds.
Cute.
Bunch of nerds. Now, one of the big pieces of news today kind of came out of left field. Actually, two of the big pieces of news today came out of left field, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like as we're going through the day, more things started popping up and everything.
Yep.
And Derek Daniels like, "You picked a really good day to start Nerdcade Plus," and I'm like, "I know."
Did it on purpose.
Yeah,
we
I
totally
knew.
knew all this stuff was gonna happen.
Yeah, totally,
Aw.
because I've got connections.
Yeah. We've got friends in high places instead of the I got friends in low places.
Well, they're risky. I don't remember all the words.
I don't either. That's all I know.
Now, if you are a fan of Xbox and PlayStation both have their own kind of service of delivering games.
Yes.
PlayStation has PlayStation Plus.
They have PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now.
Yeah, PlayStation Now is their streaming service side of it.
Yes.
By the way, if people don't understand, Nerdcade Plus, PlayStation Plus.
Whenever I first heard the title, I thought it was a play on New Game Plus, which is a mode in different games. So I was like, oh, that's cool. And you're like, PlayStation Plus. And I was like, that makes sense too.
Yeah, I'm a huge PlayStation fan, but I thought it was perfect. But Microsoft also has their version but it's different. It's not a streaming based thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Game Pass, where you pay a monthly
Right.
fee,
Yes.
and you'll be able to download the game to your console and
Mhm.
everything and be able to play.
Yeah.
And it's a neat idea, but they really haven't put a ton into it. Like
Yeah.
one of the biggest titles that came out recently was Gears of War 4, and
Isn't that like super old?
it's like over a year old.
Oh, I thought it was older than that.
Yeah, it's not super old.
I
but
thought it
it's
was
over
like
a
2 or
year.
3.
It was after a year being out that they put it on Game Pass.
Okay.
And there really wasn't a reason to get Game Pass, but today's news
Ooh.
takes the cake.
Ooh.
All Microsoft
cake sounds
Studios
good.
games to be part of the Xbox Game Pass on release day, including Sea of Thieves.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Microsoft has announced that all games from the Microsoft Studios will now be added to the Game Pass subscription service on their release day, beginning with Sea of Thieves. Microsoft singled out Rare's online pirate adventure out on March 20th, adding that State of Decay 2, Crackdown 3, and unannounced games in the Halo, Forza, and Gears of War franchise will also be included. Launched last year, Games Pass is Microsoft's Netflix-like subscription service, which offers access to a selection of Xbox One and Xbox 360 games for a monthly fee. Until now, higher-profile games such as Gears of War 4, and y'all already hit that. In the U.S., GameStop will begin to sell 6-month Game Pass subscription cards for $60 or $59.99 from March 20th. It is not clear if those cards will reach other regions. Now, one of the cool things about this, as I hit the mouse here, is Game Pass, I think, is about $8. Y'all check me on that. Put it in the corrections if y'all want to, or Allie can do that. So
Do both. Do it anyway.
you essentially, when these new games are hitting, instead of paying $60 for them, you can get them about $8 on the day
That's
of
like
release.
A really good deal.
That's real. Like
That's
that is a
like-
huge deal.
That's like highway robbery.
Like, think about it. If the reason to have an Xbox, in my mind, is for the exclusives.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for the third-party games.
No.
It's for the exclusives. So if I can get Gears of War
Mm-hmm.
or Halo or Sea of Thieves, like this makes me want to get Game Pass just to try out Sea of Thieves
Yeah,
because
seriously.
I didn't really want to sink the
It's $9.99.
$9.99. So $10.
It is $10.
So
It's
you're
the same
getting-
as PlayStation Plus.
So you're getting about $50 off your game.
Yeah.
And there's other games that are including with that.
Yeah.
It's not like a single game at a time and everything. That makes it really worth it.
Absolutely.
In my book. And I wished PlayStation would do something like this instead of the streaming side of it. I think
Well,
they
they-
fixed a lot of the problems
You
with
can, I
it.
mean, you can download games with PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, but
They're
it's
limited.
It's a very limited, like PlayStation now. It has a little bit more variety to
Yes,
it and
it does,
everything.
but I don't want to pay for an extra subscription.
Exactly. But this is a really interesting way to do it, and especially like your exclusives. Like PlayStation did that. But PlayStation doesn't have to do it because they've sold over 70 million consoles.
That's true. Pew, 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 pew.
Now, the last article, and this one, like, I watched the trailer. They dropped a trailer today,
Yes.
and I watched it before I went to dinner with Amy.
Uh-huh.
And for the first time in a very long time,
Oh, no.
I was actually excited about a video game. Like, back when I was like a child, like
Oh, okay,
excited
I
for
see,
a
I
video
see.
game. Like, I've been excited for other things, but it wasn't.
It's
on
a
the
different kind of excitement.
Yes, it was like, oh my. If you haven't heard, everybody, God of War has a release date and a new trailer.
Pew, 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 pew.
Fans have had many questions about God of War since its initial reveal at E3 2017, but the biggest has been, when is this thing going to release?
Oh, no, you tell me.
According to the latest trailer, God of War releases on April 20th, 2018.
Pew, 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 pew,
Like,
pew.
I'm excited. Like my schedule, super jam-packed until around that time.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
So then it's going to like open up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be in Dayton at that point in time, so I guess I'm going to be bringing my PlayStation 4 because
Well, there
I'm
you go.
playing some God of War. I'm just saying.
That's
I'm
awesome.
just saying. The trailer, though, oh my Lord. It was so good. It was so good. It touches, it's a story trailer. Like, it gives more about his son
Yeah.
and his wife that's apparently dead and everything, and like
Okay.
the journey that they're going on, why they're going on this
Yeah.
journey. But it hints at
Really?
the son doesn't know that Kratos is a god,
Oh.
so he doesn't know about that at all.
Oh, that's fun.
I'm not going to spoil anything else, but if you want to check it out, check out the trailer. It is so good. I am so pumped for this.
Yeah, I'm interested. I've never played the other God of War games. But seeing what I did see at E3, it was intriguing.
Yeah, the games, those are one of my favorite series of all time. Like Mass Effect's definitely top. Mass Effect, the first trilogy, not Andromeda. Okay, God of War has its limit, and that's Ascension as well.
Everyone's got one.
Everyone's got one except for Naughty Dog.
That's fair.
Just being honest.
that's
Being
true.
honest,
I
everybody.
mean, you're not wrong.
So, God of War has just been this thing that's kind of on a pedestal, and now we're getting a new one.
Mm-hmm.
April 20th. That's a long ways away.
It is. Actually, I don't know what the date is. I was gonna say because I know March 20th is like at least calendar day wise, probably exactly 2 months away from now because March 20th is on a Tuesday.
But it's a long ways away.
Yes, it is. So it's like 3 months.
If
away.
I wanted to know what's coming up next,
Yes.
what's coming out today,
What's coming out today?
you can check Nerdcade Plus because we got that list. We got that list.
We got a list.
First off, yesterday,
Yes.
Chromagun came out for the Switch. Chromagun,
okay.
really fun. Really fun. Funny, kind of Portal-esque, but you use a gun, has different colors, thus chroma.
But in Portal, you use a gun that has different colors.
I know, but it's like blue and yellow and red. Like it's interesting.
Okay. Okay.
It's good.
I'll take your word for
Trust
it.
me. Trust me. It's coming on the Switch. It's on the Switch now. I want to check it out. I've got it on PC. I enjoyed it, but now I can get it on the go.
There you go.
That's what I love about my Switch.
Get on and go.
I love about my Switch. Today, though, January 23rd, 23rd, Iconoclasts for the PS4, Vita, and PC. Lost Sphere for the PS4, Switch, and PC.
Yes.
The Inpatient, which is the prequel
That's
to
to
Until Dawn,
Yeah.
is out on PSVR.
That came out today.
Yes, it did come out today.
I didn't know that.
And Subnautica has finally released out of early access on Windows and Mac.
Hey.
So there you go, everybody. Now, I've been really wanting to play The Inpatient.
I want to play it so bad.
But I watched some reviews.
Oh no.
It's not that good.
No.
I hate to say it. It's not
No.
that good.
What are the reviews saying? Like anything specific?
That the motion controls are shaky at best, and that the sound design and some of the visuals work really well.
Yeah.
But the story doesn't. You don't connect as much as Until Dawn. Like you don't really care about the characters as
shame.
much. And you know when you make a decision in Until Dawn, you have all of those fast-paced.
The
quick time events
yeah.
and all of that. And
QT.
if you mess those up, they die.
Yeah.
In this, you don't.
There's
really have
there's
that.
not as much of a like.
There's not as much
That's a
danger or
shame.
anything.
I still want to check it out though, because it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to check it out. Just don't have a headset anymore. So
Oh, okay. I was like, I
Yeah.
thought you did.
yeah, I borrowed it from a friend. So, but now I don't have one.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't want to buy one.
Yeah, no, those things are expensive.
They've come down on price, thankfully.
But it's still expensive.
It's $199 for the old model. The newer model is the same price. I know it's expensive.
I was gonna say, like, to me, I just hear that's a lot of money.
Yeah. I got my Switch, so that's
Yeah,
all I need.
that's
And my
got-
PlayStation. That's all I need. So what are you playing right now?
Overwatch.
Overwatch. Anything else other than Overwatch?
Anything else other than Overwatch? Not really.
Not really?
No.
Not really.
Well, I just went back. Actually need to finish it, but I was replaying the Prisoner of Azkaban PC game, which is like it's super fun. It's so much fun. Like I went back and I was like, the game controls it's wonky and like the graphics, like it's a joy to look at.
It's a joy to look at. That doesn't sound
No,
like
like
a joy.
it's one of those. It's like I remember like playing it when I was younger, and like everything just felt so expansive, and like it was
Mhm.
just so big, and like you look at it now and you're like, oh yeah, it's just the same texture on every single wall. But like the gameplay of it is still a lot of fun. Like there was like for the most part, like I remembered how the game went because I played that one so many times.
Mhm.
Like and I've always wanted to go, and I've always wanted to play the actual. I think it's a PS2 game.
Mhm.
Because in that one, I think I could be wrong about this, so fact check me on this. I believe that you could switch between Harry, Ron, and Hermione like at will.
Mhm.
In the third game, it's like they each know different spells, and so whenever that spell
Yeah.
comes up, then you'll switch to play as that character. Which is still a lot of fun because I was like, oh, I get to play with Hermione now. She's my favorite. And then of course in 4
So did you sound like that when you were younger?
I did. I was like, I get to play with Hermione. And then in Goblet of Fire, they made it so you can actually like choose who you want to play as. And of course, I always picked Hermione because she's the
I
best.
remember I played something. It wasn't the Lego one. I played one that was not Lego before I played the Lego one.
The Lego ones, I've played the Lego 1 through 4, and the Lego ones are so good.
Yeah.
Also, Lego games are just fun.
Yeah. They're just really good. Me currently, I'm playing Assassin's Creed. I'm trying to finish that up.
Yep.
Already
beat it.
This Friday,
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting ahead of myself. Derek's gonna just smack me on this.
Yep.
Monster Hunter World is coming out.
Okay.
I played the beta,
Mm-hmm.
and
Was fun.
it was interesting. Not a bad interesting. It just felt very different. Depending on the weapons. I haven't tried all the weapons out yet. I tend to go to like the really big swords.
Yes.
So I played 2 missions. First one, I was fighting some weird lizard thing. I've got it up on the Facebook side of things. And I had this huge sword. It was really slow, but it was interesting that how the combat worked and how the monster worked. That one was a little clunky feeling. I played another one, had a totally different monster. It would charge you, it would do different things. That one was a lot of fun.
Okay.
And I had this, I'm talking about the gun was probably as big as the table.
Oh wow.
And it's about as wide. So it's just like
Yeah.
mowing it down. It was like little damage here and there. It was like a 20-minute fight, which was, I think, is so different because it is definitely a Japanese game.
Yeah.
Western culture, like you don't want to fight something for 20 minutes and then eventually kill it. You want like instant, like it's dead.
I will say that in Assassin's Creed Origins, like once you beat it, like they had the God trials,
Yeah.
and those fights were really long.
Yeah.
They were long.
Yeah. Well, this wasn't even a boss.
Yeah.
This was just like a mission that you were doing. It was a Baroth or something like that.
Sounds like you vomited.
Yeah. But what was really cool is like there were so many different types of ammo and they would do different things.
That's cool.
And I was just testing it out all throughout that. It made me really want to play Horizon Zero Dawn because Horizon is so much more fluid and like everything works like really well together.
Everything works just right.
And I'm not, bashing Monster Hunter.
No,
I really
no.
want to play more of it to
Yeah.
see how I feel.
They're different.
They're different feel to it. And what's cool is you actually can play co-op through Monster Hunter.
Ooh.
And Aloy is either a pre-order bonus or DLC character, so you can get her in the game. So, but there's definitely a lot of depth through the game. I can tell that just from the beta and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how it does sales-wise. I'm sure it will do gangbusters over in Japan because that's why so many people got Vitas or PSPs.
Yeah.
Is because Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
were
people
on both of
love.
those.
Yeah, people who love Monster Hunter love Monster Hunter.
And it is so deep. Like you can play for years and not have everything figured out yet.
Oh my goodness.
And that to me, I'm like, that's too much for me. It's kind of like Skyrim, but it's way more difficult.
Okay.
Way more difficult.
Yeah, Skyrim that's not that
Easy.
hard, especially if you turn on God mode.
Or you just max out your sneak skill and you just murder
That
people.
too,
left
but
and
God
right.
mode is so much fun.
Yeah.
It was one like I
Or
went.
you just beast out your character.
I did that like the first time I played it. I went through. I only used a cheat once because I was stuck in a place and like it would have taken me
Were you
literal
playing on PC or
PC.
Okay. That's why I couldn't use God mode because I was playing on a console.
Oh, that too. So I had to expand my inventory because it would have taken me like literal real world hours to get back to where I was because I couldn't put any of my stuff down. I had like a lot of really cool weapons. I didn't want to get rid of anything. And so I like expanded it by 100, and that was the only time I used to cheat for that.
Yeah.
And then like once I beat the game with that, I was like, "Alright, cool, cheats a go."
Yeah, like I remember playing Skyrim, and I even had an app on my I had an iPad, the first iPad at that point in time, and like it had a map where you could like put and you could like write down like what things were, like you found like ore here, you did this, that, or the other.
So smart.
Or if you like left something,
Yeah.
you could put it like a
I wish I'd
pin
had
on
that.
It was very nice because there was times you get over encumbered and you're just like, all right.
Yep.
You're like, let me eat all the bread and the cabbage and
Yeah.
all of that. And it's like, you lost a pound. You're like, ah!
Yeah. So yeah, once I actually beat, like I went through beat the entire game, like, you know, with exception of that one thing, just because like I'm not spending like actual like 5 hours to get back to where I need to be.
No.
I went through, you know, straight mode, and then I was like, I'm gonna mess around, and then I like gave myself like. I was like, give myself all the spells, make my powers like, you know, maxed out. And I went and I like looked at a dragon and I was like, this is what true power is.
I think that I know Skyrim has pretty much became the roach of video games at this point in time. It just won't die.
Yeah.
But Skyrim was such an awesome
It
game.
really is a great, it's an amazing game.
Like I just thinking about it, I want to get it up on the Switch and just play.
Same.
But I still got moons to get in Mario, so
Yeah.
it's just kind of like, and I haven't finished Zelda.
You gotta finish Zelda,
And
man.
there's so much I got to play.
If it's just like, if you need, okay. I was gonna say, like, Zelda for the most part you gotta play through, especially like all the story stuff. But like but if you want, you play Zelda, I'll grind for you in Assassin's Creed, and then you come back and like you're good.
I could do that. One quick thing. We're figuring out the flow of the show. This is the first episode and everything. Here's a few more articles that I left out. Night in the Woods is a game that I've been really wanting to play, and it came out last year on Xbox One and PS4.
Yes.
It is now coming on the Switch,
Oh, cool.
and it's going to be coming out on February 1st for the Switch.
Ooh.
So if you want some angsty teenager drama, this is definitely a game for you.
You're not my real mom.
Speaking of angsty teenage drama,
Yes.
Life is Strange Before the Storm bonus episode will be arriving on March 6th.
We gotta finish that last episode,
We do need to finish that.
and then we gotta play that.
If you got the deluxe edition of Before the Storm, this will be the Max episode. It will be coming out on March 6th. This will be kind of like a farewell and everything to what has been going on in the story.
Yeah.
Really have enjoyed Before the Storm.
It has been so good. Like it's very, yeah, especially without like, you know, Max with her time control stuff. It's felt very different, but at the same time, like it's everything that you loved about the first game, of course, minus the time control. But like I mean,
Yeah.
like the story and like all the characters and the engagement and everything. It was
well, and
it's
you
really good.
you get the feeling of like when you were a teenager.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like I was playing and I was like, I feel like granted, it hasn't been all that long for me since I've been in high school, but
Yeah.
I'm very different from who I was back then.
Oh, I know I am.
Yeah.
Lord.
I was like, man, like I totally can like put myself in their shoes. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, and I can't. We need to finish it.
We do.
One of these nights.
We only have like maybe probably like an hour left or so.
Yeah, about an hour left. It'd be perfect for a game session after
Exactly.
Nerdcade Plus finishes and everything. So we got one question. It is from Jacob Bowling.
Hi, Jaga.
Jacob, one of our longtime viewers. In the future, will you guys possibly play Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege? I'd love to see Zach play some on the gaming channel. No.
Oh no, I've never played it. I know some people like it, some people don't. I don't know that much
I
about it.
played the beta and I suck at it.
Oh,
I suck at it. So as much as I will do a lot of things for the stream, you know, I'll do things that I'm not good at. I'll have my wife put makeup on me and all of that. Rainbow Six Siege is a little out of the wheelhouse. So yeah, sorry about that, Jacob. I hope you we'll play other things though. We'll play
other things.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. There
Other
is
things.
January 23rd, 2018's episode of Nerd Cave Plus. Remember, if you have any questions, you can go over to nerdcavenetwork.com/nerdcaveplus. Send us your questions. During the show, if you have any corrections, go to the same place. Any suggestions for the show, you can check it out there. If you like listening to podcasts, this will be a podcast in and of itself. It'll get on iTunes and Spotify and all those places.
I fit the mic like 3 times.
It's okay. We're learning here. We're learning. This is a totally different setup.
And I keep bumping in with my chin. I'm like, because I think it's because it's a lot higher than I'm used
See,
to
like
being.
I've got my beard. Like my beard feels for me. Like I can feel it. It's like my antennae of my.
Yes.
If I was an ant. Or a thing with antennas.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go, guys. If you enjoyed it, hope you did.
Yep.
We will be back on Thursday. Robbie will be with me on Thursday.
I'll be doing something else.
Allie will do something else. And we
Probably
will
Overwatch.
be talking more video games. We'll be going over the releases for the next part of the week. Please go over, send us any questions, all of that. Share it, like it.
Love it.
All that good stuff. So, this has been Zach.
And Allie.
Have a week.